All right, we're back in the X5, and that means it's been repaired. So it was in the shop for 2 days. Took a day to get some of the parts, and then a day, I guess, had part of the day for labor. I'm literally driving home from the shop right now. Car's running like a champ, no problems whatsoever. They went through the car as confirmed. They confirmed that as we suspected, the water pump was failed. The thermostat, the water pump itself, I think it's the mechanism that drives the motor inside and failed. The circuit board, yada yada yada, whatever. Can't be repaired, obviously. It's got to be replaced. They replaced that. While they were in there, he said, listen, it's up to you. We'll do the thermostat. I think that's what they said. I said, listen, while you're in there, whatever you think needs to be done, just do it. He's a very honest mechanic. I'm very lucky. I don't have, some scumbag mechanic that just takes me for a ride. They're super, super fair. And it almost seems like to the penny, they're half the price of what my local BMW dealership, sells me at. So I'm really happy about that. And the parts, for the very most part, they're all OEM BMW parts, which is my main concern. Anyway, that aside, water pump, thermostat, and there's some kind of pipe or hose that they replaced as well while they were in there. And the entire bill head to toe came to a little over $800, which I thought was extremely fair. Car's running great. They even detailed the car for me, which was really cool. I don't think it was that dirty. I'm pretty neurotic about keeping my car clean. And that's it. So I did get a couple of people who PM me on the YouTube channel asking me what was the root cause. There it is. It was the water pump in my case. The thermostat was changed and some hose. The scary thing is when I had the car flatbedded, which I'm really glad I did, and the mechanic was super happy I did that as well. I called up my mechanic. He said, no problem, we'll arrange to have a flatbed come and get the car safely to us. Not a tow truck, a flatbed, because I got the X-Drive. So we went ahead, and the flatbed guy calls me, and he says, I was in the office, my wife gave me the keys, and he says, the car won't go into driving. You put it in drive, you move about 3 feet, and it goes ahead and it goes right into park. What was happening is that the car then realized, okay, the water pump is either non-existent or doesn't even work at this point, and it went to like a fail-safe mode. So basically, wouldn't allow him to drive the car more than 3 feet, and it would chime, go right to park. He'd have to go back into drive again, move forward 3 feet, it would go right back, as if I opened the door. You ever open the door when the car's in drive, and you're going 2 miles an hour, 3 miles an hour, the car goes right to park. It was doing the same thing. So he had to literally move the car up 3 feet at a time, put it in drive, 3 feet at a time, until he got it onto the flatbed. And once he was on the metal part of the flatbed, he was able to kind of winch it up there, not have to drag it across the road, which I was really concerned about. So they were really good about that as well. Once everything was fixed to the car, they went to the computer, and if I understand correctly, they just cleared whatever was telling the computer that there was an issue. Boom, car goes into drive, reverse, neutral, whatever you want, no problems there. So I hope that answers your question. In the event you ever have an issue where your car is overheating like mine was, don't risk it. Don't try to go a couple more miles. Don't sit there and say, what's the worst that can happen? The worst that can happen is that you could warp a head or crack a block or blow a head gasket, and you're looking at thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. And the reality is your car probably will never be the same. At least mentally, that's where I'm at. Pull over, get the car towed, get it addressed before an $800 or $900 bill becomes, a $4,000 or $5,000 bill, because it literally can happen super, super fast. And that's it. If you have any questions, let me know. And if there's anything else that arises with this, I will fill you guys in as well. But I don't suspect anything's going to happen. I think I'm going to be in good shape and have many, many, many happy miles of BMW driving ahead of me. All right, guys, thanks.